Do excuse... Professor,
What is it you want to...
I have just had a very interesting little discussion with the rectors. It seems that you are perfectly aware of the existence of Sauvignon plants here in Barrackstadt. Apparently, you find them very tasty.
Not at all. I never drink wine. I prefer to make it. Production to me is much more satisfying.
So you don't deny?
Why, seeing as the rectors have let you into our little secret, I even converted part of the laboratory into a fermenting room for Ammer's own Sauvignon wine production. Of course, I cannot produce wine in large quantities. We have to be discreet.
And what about your students? Haven't they noticed anything?
Oh, you know how students are. After all, a chemical reaction is still a chemical reaction, even when grapes are involved. And malolactic fermentation takes time. Sometimes strange odors begin to waft through the corridors. Then I just burn a little sulfur.
Incredible. Totally incredible. You are really something, Professor Pons. Really something.
I'm not sure whether I should take that as a compliment.
I have just had a...
Not at...
So you...
Why...
And what about...
Oh.
Incredible. I feel I've lost my way a little.
Oh, my dear child, you've chosen your...
It's a lecture about mammoths?
Oh, yes and no. More specifically, it is about their migration. Do excuse me, I need to concentrate.
It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter. I myself did my studies here and never left.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the...
Oh, I see.
Oh, no. I haven't come here.
And you hope you...
I'm not altogether sure.
In that case, my dear, you must come to one of my lectures. Here's a question for you. Do you know what the Proboscidean order is?
The Probowhatian?
Ah, you see? There are gaps in your knowledge that need refreshing.
I'll leave you in peace. I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry?
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am...
No.
Well,
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon thing.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right into this. garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is a reputation in the university to think about. I have superiors. I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you, miss.
I don't need that for the time. Impossible to reach.
Miss, please, excuse me.
Yes?
You know, I wanted to apologize for our little misunderstanding. I brought you a bottle of wine. Barrackstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you. I'm sorry to disturb.
What can
I won't disturb.
Welcome.
Do it, Professor.
What is it?
It wasn't really my... Actually,
Oh,
Oh, no, no. I haven't come...
and you hope...
I'm not altogether
In that case, my dear, you must come to one of my lectures.
The...
I...
I'll leave...
Sorry?
Do excuse me, Professor.
What is it?
I feel I've lost my way a little here.
Oh, my dear child, you've chosen...
It's a
Oh, yes.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg.
Syberia. Ah,
Said what?
you mentioned a name.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg.
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me.
A doll, you say?
Yes.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mouth, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
no, that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent a story like that.
I'll leave...
Sorry?
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor? Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh my God, it's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end. You have my word. What is it you want to know?
I'll leave.
Sorry?
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again.
A little problem.
They are kept to oneself.
Nor train.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
The bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
We agreed to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
And while we're on the subject, when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible. Here we are, busy.
Already?
Thank you.
And thank... Hey there!
Gordon!
It's not very polite of you to take advantage of my predicament. We could have done favors for each other.
Favor?
Excuse me?
My husband say need money for leave. $100 not lot for fancy lady like.
How would you know a fancy lady like me, really? I'll leave.
Dos.
There you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there.
Ah, thank you. Not difficult get dollar. See? You are a real businesswoman.
I'm not the only one around here.
We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you.
Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vorbat pensinos esto, di kleine madam. No se say mar alles non comprendo, en allora kaput, en andere bordel. Wir war moi. On boom telefonieren, kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput.
Now that annoying. What are you gonna do next?
We wait repairman.
Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism.
Take key. Sailor always need key for lock.
Okay, thanks. Hello?
Hey, how's my little baby, sir? I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat. You are wrapping up warm, aren't you? I mean, people in foreign countries never know how to dress properly for the weather.
Mom, it's so sweet of you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying for you two.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seen each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited to a big charity show organized by, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie. And he's such a sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would be so good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Mom. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.